Yay! Thank you so much. This was so fun.
Hey, crew, and welcome back to Trenches. I'm your host, Milan Therese. On this show, we have unfiltered conversations with entrepreneurs in the messy middle. We dig into the experiments, defining decisions, disasters, pivots, and breakthroughs that shaped their companies long before the world was watching. Before we get into it, if you like this episode, which I know you will, please take a moment and like, subscribe, and share this episode to your group chat. Hey crew, and welcome to another episode of Trenches Rapid Fires. Today we are with Haley Fritz, the founder of Breezy's Nasal Strips, a modern nasal strip brand that is reimagining the traditionally clinical product into something stylish, functional, and confidence building. So in this episode, we are going to be getting to know Haley a little bit more on a deeper and more personal level. So Haley, what are you watching right now?
I'm watching so many things. I'm a big podcast girly and I love watching them on YouTube. So a couple that I really love are Hot Smart Rich. I don't know if anyone watches that. Yeah, I'm a big fan of that. And obviously Emma Greed's podcast, Aspire. Those are my top two right now that are in the rotation.
Yes, Maggie Sellers and Emma Greed are by far my holy grail podcasts as well.
Yes.
So I love that. And I also love that you watch podcasts because I also pretty much exclusively watch podcasts unless I am driving in the car
Right.
on a long
Same.
car ride. But I always watch podcasts and I rarely meet other podcast watchers.
So
Yeah,
interesting.
it's
Huh.
wild. It's
I just
wild.
love having it on the screen because it feels like I'm just like, listening in on a conversation with my friends.
Truly. Maggie and Emma are actually our friends. It's
Yes,
it's
no.
totally fine, you guys. And what or who are you listening to right now?
I would say, yeah, the same, the podcasts. And then I also just love listening to music just in my free time to like relax. I think Noah Khan just released a new album, which I will be having on repeat literally today. So Noah Khan's one of my big relaxation musical artists.
That's incredible. I think you're our third guest now that has talked about Noah Khan's new album.
Really?
So
Love.
got it. Noah Khan, new album happening. Gotta listen to it.
Love you,
Check, check,
Noah.
check, check. And what is one thing you wish more people knew about you?
I think I wish people knew I was more extroverted. I feel like, when you meet me, I do come off as shy, but once I get started talking about something that I'm passionate about, like it just like can't shut up. But so I think people just immediately assume like, oh, that girl doesn't speak, but I can really go if you find the right topic.
Good to know. And what's the hardest decision you've made in the last 90 days?
Oh, this is a good question. What's the hardest issue? I think hiring somebody has been the hardest decision, even if it's just a contractor. Like that's a big investment to make. So you just really have to like weigh the pros and cons and like just do like a full deep dive on like who the person is, what their background is. So that's been probably the hardest one for me.
And that makes sense. That is a big deal to be hiring on your first contractors and or employees to help you build your brand.
Yeah.
And what is something people assume about your success that isn't true?
That's a good question too. I would say that the Breezy's has been easy. Some people may think that it's just like a little side thing that I do, but it takes a lot of effort and time. So I think that would probably be the one thing people assume is that like it just it happens naturally, but like I'm out here in the trenches.
She's like, I am doing this thing. It is happening.
Yeah.
And during those stressful moments, what is your emotional support item that you can't live without?
Ooh, I've been recently getting really into a London fog tea. That's literally what
Ooh.
I'm drinking right now. I've been making these every day, and it's just a nice little warm, cozy tea. Because I used to be a big coffee drinker, and I still am, but I think an Earl Grey with a little steamed milk and a little honey is just very calming to the soul. I don't know, and that's been really helpful.
I love that. We haven't had anybody mention a beverage yet.
Yeah.
So that is so good. I feel like I have my emotional support matcha every single day. So I completely understand. And while building Breezy's and being on your founder's journey, what belief about work did you have to unlearn?
I think something that I'm still trying to unlearn actually is that you don't have to be productive all the time. I've always been that way. Like I just think if there I mentioned this in the episode, but if there's free time, I'm like, how can I make this productive? And I think that it is useful as a business owner, but you also have to remember you're also just a human. And so trying to take those moments of free time to just exist and like not work, that has been something that I've been trying to unlearn.
That makes a lot of sense. A little bit of anti-hustle culture for sure, but
Yeah.
you gotta grind it out for a little while. And you talked in your episode too about some rituals that you have. What's your non-negotiable daily ritual?
I think something that I look forward to every day recently is my boyfriend and I've been watching The Walking Dead, which is
Mm.
so random and very late, but I just really look forward to that moment where I can turn my brain off, I get into bed, and we watch The Walking Dead, a very relaxing nighttime TV show.
Yeah.
Um,
Super,
but
super good.
just yeah, just the ritual of, I'm going into this other world and I'm watching this show, and I really just look forward to that every day.
I love that. We all need our comfort, relaxing show at the end of the day that also has the potential to watch us if we fall asleep.
Yeah, for real.
And if you weren't doing this, if you weren't building Breezy's, what would you be building instead?
That's a great question. I really do love the CPG space, like a physical product. So it would probably be another physical product that I don't know. I would have to think of the idea, but I really do love having a tangible thing to sell that really means something to me. So probably something else in the CPG space.
That's so cool. Well, we'll also be on the lookout for whenever you drop a new business because that would be super, super exciting.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Haley, so much for doing these rapid fire questions with us and letting the crew get to know you a little bit more. For the crew members out there, go listen to Haley's full episode. It is incredible. And she shared so much about retail and building a physical product. If you have a moment or you need a Breezy's nasal strip, go to breezystrips.com to make a purchase or head to your local Urban Outfitters and pick it up off of shelves. And go follow them on Instagram at Breezy Strips. Again, thank you, Haley, for joining me and the crew on Trenches today. Super, super grateful. And we will talk to you all very, very soon. Bye. Don't forget to follow us on Apple and Spotify or wherever you get your podcasts. Your likes, comments, and ratings make such a big difference in improving the show for each and every crew member. Also, if you're not already, come and join us on TikTok and Instagram at Trenches the Podcast, where we don't just share clips, we're creating a network of co-builders in the comments. Each post is designed to be a truly impactful addition to your scroll that will actually help you improve your journey in many different ways. Now, since you're already a part of the crew, this is how you step inside. By allocating to the fund on Patreon, you become a stakeholder in Trenches the Podcast and officially join our cap table. With access to private content, early drops, resources, and chats reserved for people truly in the work. Here is where you get the tools and the behind the scenes of what it really takes to get beyond the trenches. Your seat gives you direct access to contribute and make long-term decisions for our crew while finding community with fellow builders. It's time to take your seat at the table. Our mission is simple: make entrepreneurship less lonely. I'll see you in the next episode.